Welcome to Dowsers.com. I'm Joey Corn. I want to talk to you today about Abe's story, a Holocaust memoir. Abe's story is an incredible story about an incredible man, my father. He survived 5.5 years in Nazi ghettos and concentration camps. He lost his entire family to the Nazis, his two little sisters and his parents, and many members of his extended family. And he suffered years of torture, deprivation, starvation, work, having to work, which his work ethic is part of what kept him alive through the Holocaust. A lot of people are afraid to read Holocaust memoirs, but this is different. Instead of getting you angry when you read it, instead of getting you depressed when you read it because of the sad, terrible circumstances, my father's story is uplifting. It inspires everyone who reads it. That's what I hear more than anything about Abe's story. Number one, he survived. Dad survived with his dignity and his humanity intact, and his belief in not only in God but in man, in the inherent goodness of mankind, and the inherent goodness that's in every person in life. And he even saw that goodness in many of the Germans. And in many of the Nazis that were the guards and in the camps, and even some of the leadership of the camps. And Germans helped my father from the beginning of his story till the end of his story. There's even a chapter called Good Germans. And to give you an example, my father was a ultra-Orthodox Jew, and he in that day and in that class, that sect of Judaism, you didn't even marry outside of your class in the sect, much less outside of Judaism. After the war, my father lived in Germany for a while, rebuilding his life, and he immediately got a job and went to school. He wanted to be an electrician. He met my mother, a German Lutheran. They fell in love, and he felt like, he deserved some happiness. In 1949, my father immigrated to the U.S. right after they got married. It took her another year to come over, and they found the American dream. Dad got his first job, which was also his last job, because the couple, Agnes and Jack Platt, that gave him his first opportunity, saw his potential, and he helped them grow that tiny little auto parts store in Augusta, Georgia, into the largest warehouse distributor of auto parts in the region, one of the largest. And and then he finally got to the point where he had his own house built, and he finally got to the point where he owned that business when my godparents died and left it to him. And again, he found the American dream. What other country can you come to with nothing? He came with just a small suitcase with a few clothes, and he didn't even come with the language. And he really got everything he ever hoped to have. Again, where else but in the United States can you do something like that? I'm proud to be my father's son. He's my hero.